Hey man, it's me, your buddy Fierce Tooth. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that one's pretty cringy, but I've been experimenting with new intros, you know? Before we begin this, yes, it is indeed a continuation of my How to Play in 2020 series, and yes, I know the title does say 2021, and you're probably asking,
why wasn't it made in 2020?
Shut up! Shut up, you! Shut up! Shut up. Anyways, I'm here to teach you the bare bones basics of medic so you can run out of spawn, Uber a random spy, and then die horribly as a sniper shoots you halfway across the map. But before we jump in, could you do me a favor? Could you scroll down a bit, dude? Alright, perfect. Thanks, man. It means a lot to me. Also, quick disclaimer, the stats of these weapons may change in the future, so to the random man watching this in 2026, please keep that in mind. Alright, with that out of the way, let me give you a quick rundown. Medic is the best class to pick in any situation. Unless you have like 4 or 5 of them, then you might want to pick something else. But the point is, healing is always appreciated. I'm going to be covering the key basics of medic, which will include his pros and cons, placement, weapons, and counters. But before we hop into that, let me give you a brief summary. Medic is a class that requires patience. You're going to be shot and killed, blown up, backstabbed, set ablaze. Yeah, it's gonna happen to you, man, alright? It's gonna happen to you. Each and every way that you can die, it's going to happen to you. And your teammates are most likely going to yell at you like this if you can't heal them enough. Listen, dude, keep your head high and keep healing, alright? I know it's tough, but you can do it, alright? I believe in you. Now, with that message out of the way, let's start off with a few of his stats. Medic's pros are actually pretty nice. With the base HP of 150 and the same speed as Pyro, Medic is somewhat tough to take down. Another nice feature to Medic is his HP. When you're damaged, you can regain HP if you pull out from combat. At first, you'll start to regain 3 HP per second, but staying out longer will have you receiving up to 6 HP per second after 10 seconds, which you can see here. To top it off, Medic is a beast when it comes to playing like a team. Using your medigun, you'll be able to heal teammates and also overheal them. To heal them, all you have to do is look at a teammate and hold M1. And what is overheal, you might ask? Well, overheal is literally overhealing your teammates. So think of it this way. When you lock on to a teammate and hold down M1, you can give them more temporary HP stacked on top of their max HP. Each class, when overhealed, gets an additional amount of HP, and this depends on each class. But over time, this overheal fades away. Think of it like temporary HP. This requires you to prioritize targets. For example, if the enemy is trying to cap a point, maybe overheal the soldier so he can blast in and soak up some damage. If the point has no one on it, it's best probably to overheal the scout so he can soak up some damage on his way to the point. And if the point is about to suffer an attack, maybe overheal the heavy so he can defend longer. The best part about healing is that you build up a thing called Ubercharge, which you can see at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Ubercharge, when used, can make you and a person you are healing invincible for 8 seconds. It may not seem like much, but you can do a lot in 8 seconds, alright? Just ask your mom! Oh! Anyway, to activate your Uber, wait until the bar is at 100% and then click M2 while looking at a teammate to activate it. But don't pull out another weapon. Don't do that when you're Ubered, because if you do, the Uber charge will be put away along with your medigun, which will basically sentence you and your teammate to death. Another con is that you can't cap while Ubered. So basically when you run onto the point and you're Ubered, you won't be able to cap it. And also, you can still get air blasted by pyros, so watch out. Keep in mind though, you're not totally defenseless. Starting out the game, you're going to have the syringe gun, the medigun, and the bone saw. I've basically covered the medigun for you, but let's get into the syringe gun and bone saw. The syringe gun is a weird gun that fires syringes. They travel in an arc and have a medium range. don't use this as an offensive weapon, please, since it's mostly for self-defense. Landing your shots long enough to effectively kill someone is near impossible, so save it for when you're in trouble. The bone saw is literally just like every other melee weapon. Slap someone and they die. Okay, with that out of the way, let's take a look at some weapons you unlock later on. The main ones you need to know about are the Crusader's Crossbow, the Kritzkrieg, the Quick Fix, the Vaccinator, the Ubersaw, and the Vitasaw. There's a few other weapons, but these ones are the most important and most widely used. Alright, so this is basically the best medic primary to use. Like, anything else? Garbage. You want to use the syringe gun? Garbage. You want to use the bloodsucker? Cringe. You want to use, what is overdose? Why would you use the overdose? Anyway, can't aim? Who cares? It's the meta, dude! The Crusader's Crossbow is a unique weapon in which landing a shot on a teammate can heal them based on distance. It's a whole weird thing with, like, you gotta get the x-axis and y-axis, you gotta figure out how far away they are, and the health also depends on the class. Just know when you shoot someone far away, they get some HP. The best part about the weapon, however, is that it reloads even when put away. So, a great tip is to shoot your crossbow into dense crowds of teammates, or try to land a shot on teammates farther away while you're healing in order to maximize team survivability. And when shot at enemies, it damages them, and let me tell you, it can deal some good damage. Only problem is you have one shot and it takes a bit of time to reload. If you can't aim, like yours truly, I would recommend communicating with your teammates to get them to stand still so you can land a shot. Okay? Alright, stand still, man, stand still! Thank you. This weapon, in a nutshell, when you reach Uber, it's basically like this. The Kritzkrieg, instead of giving out an Uber, gives your teammates guaranteed crits for the same amount of time as the stock metagun. To top it off, you can still cap the point, and your Uber builds up 25% faster than stock, but you don't get invulnerability, so yeah. But hey, taunting helps you regain some HP, so yeah! The Quick Fix has a name that explains it all. The Quick Fix heals teammates 300% faster with a 10% faster Ubercharge rate at the cost of reducing the max overheal rate by 50%. In English, this means that you can heal low health teammates super fast at the cost of not being able to give them much overheal. As for the Uber, you and your teammate will get increased healing and be invulnerable to Pyro's air blast. Anti-vaxxer's worst nightmare, aside from a person with common sense. Anyways, the Vaccinator is a unique metagun with its ability to negate certain damage types. By healing a teammate and pressing R, you can cycle through the different damage resistances. And instead of a full bar of Uber, you gain these small charges that you can use to activate your Uber. They're bite-sized. The Vaccinator Uber will allow you to select 2 damage types to be resistant against. But this comes at the cost of building less Uber when healing full HP patients, and a 66% slower overheal build rate. Meta! You're using the meta! It's the meta! Anyways, enough of that horrible joke. The Ubersaw is one of the most widely used melees of the game. Well, for medic anyways. With the simplest stats known to man. 25% Uber build on hit, 20% slower swinging speed. Basically just hit people for Uber. It's pretty nice. The is it Vita or Vita? I'm just gonna call it Vita, because I don't know, that sounds right, dude. The Vitasaw is the contender for meta. what did I even write there, dude? Okay. The Vitasaw is the contender for meta use, coming right up next to the Ubersaw. With the Vitasaw, you can collect the organs of people upon hitting them at the cost of having -10 to your maximum HP. But what does collecting organs do, you might ask? Well, collecting organs allows you to retain some of your Uber charge on death. Each organ allows you to keep 15% Uber, with the max limit being at 60%. If you get into combat a lot, the Vitasaw is a great choice if you know you're going to die. Anyways, with weapons out of the way, let's talk about medics' counters. Everyone counters you. I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it, but you are going to be targeted so much and killed by every single person on the enemy team, because the reason is you're carrying your team. That healing keeps people alive and helps teammates to push forward without having to lose too much ground for HP. But don't cry yet, alright? There are a few tricks to keep you alive just a little bit longer. So, first tip you might ask? Move side to side. Remember, A, B, B. Always be bouncing. And no, I didn't steal that, man. I didn't steal that. Always be moving side to side or trying to dodge bullets and rockets. The more you move, the harder it is for an enemy to land a shot on you, therefore keeping you alive for that much longer. The second tip I would like to give is don't be a battle medic. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a gibbous medic pull out the syringe gun, run headfirst into battle, and die instantly. It's cringe. You can't take on other classes on the enemy team with your weapon array, alright? Let your teammates do the fighting for you, or else you're gonna end up like this. Third tip is to stick with your team. Sticking around with your team is crucial. You keep them alive, and in turn, they keep you alive. Fourth tip, don't store Ubers. The sooner you pop an Uber, the better, because once enemies see that glow, they will do everything and anything to kill you. And last but not least, communication. Always indicate what Uber you're at when you pass 25, 50, 75, and 100. This helps out since your team can group up for a push. Also make sure to report spies or when you're in trouble. Contrary to popular belief, sometimes a teammate will come to the rescue to keep you alive. I could go on and on and on about different tips, strategies, and so forth, but I won't spoil that for you, dude. Medic seems like the right choice for you, and honestly, you're always keeping an eye out for people and helping others push forward, and no matter how many times you get knocked down, you just get right back up, man. Listen, keep up your chin, buddy. You're gonna go far, alright? Now get out there, pop that Uber, and destroy everything! See you around later, dude. Adios!
Who's the super cool guy?
Hey, man.
It always gets
man.
Oh wait, yeah, Keenog's a scout. Wait,
That's me.
how did you die?
Delicious assortment.
How did you perish?
Sweet delight.
I use binds. What is the story behind your username?
I'm Australian.
Got a creepy feeling.
Mom powers. No, I'm just
Sounds
Australian.
like bad ASMR.
Got a creepy feeling.
I'll fucking kill you.
Now we can get intimate.
I can't move. You're stuck inside of me.
I can't move.
Among Us.
It always gets
Look at those freaks. Look at those cretins.
Look at them.
Look at those
Look at how they're killing
nerds.
each other.
delicious
This is what Among Us does.
So
to people.
violent.
This is what Among Us does to people. Look.
They're savages.
Alex, listen, please, trust us.
We
This
will
is
not
what
let you
Among
in. You
Us
guys are
does to people.
cretins. Me on day one of the news.
They're killing each other like animals. They're killing each other like animals. Jesus
This is
Christ.
too powerful.
We're safe in here. We're in the bunker. We're in the bunker.
Sicko mode.
First ever. Wait. Just keep playing that. I want as much chaos as possible outside of our door while sicko mode is playing. Kill each other, go.
This is so retarded.
Got a creamy filling.